Hello, my name is Eric Peterson, and I'm an Executive Enrollment Advisor with the School of Advanced Studies with University of Phoenix. I've worked for University of Phoenix for nearly 8.5 years, and I wanted to relay one of the stories that comes from one of my graduates from the doctoral program. Her name is Dr. Ethel Lord, and when she completed her program, she phoned me because she was excited. She'd finished. She was a doctor. And she let me know that she began the doctoral program just after her husband was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She was his sole caregiver for the duration of her doctoral program. It wasn't until the very end of the program that he had to be admitted into a care home. He used to teach. He was a professor for 15 years in Maine. So when she got her dean's approval, she printed out the email and she took it to him. And she said, "Eric, I wasn't sure if he'd be aware, if he'd be alert, if he would even know who I was, but I had to tell him. I had to tell him it was official. I was a doctor." And she said when she told him, when she showed him the email, his eyes lit up. He was there, he was awake, he was lucid for some brief moments, and they celebrated together. And she's weeping on the phone, and I am too. Not something that usually happens in the midst of a phone call, but when someone finishes something that only 1 to 2% of the U.S. population who has a degree completes, that's a big deal. That's one of the reasons why I love my job. I don't need an alarm clock to get me out of bed on Monday morning. This is a privilege. It's not a duty, it's not an obligation, it's a joy to do what I do. And I would be thrilled to be part of the fiscal year 2012 marketing campaign.